It rubs the lotion on its skin.
Hello. So the plan of this vlog is I'm going to go to a really nice coffee shop. I'm going to do some writing there. The plan today is to hit 1,400 words or finish this chapter, whichever happens first. I don't mind. Because something I've really learnt is in the last draft, I would be hitting the word goals, but then I got like halfway through my time and I hadn't finished. And so I was finding like, oh my God, I've got like 45,000 words. I haven't hit halfway and my goal is 100,000. This is a problem. So that's something I've had to shift for this draft. And about 30,000 is where part one ends. And I'm closing on that and I'm pretty much there. After this chapter, it's quite an important one actually. I'm introducing something I'm doing for this draft. So I'm adding a whole new character and a whole new perspective. And the current chapter I'm writing is her first introduction. It's a really hard one to do. I've really been struggling with it because it's also like a team introduction. So I've got to introduce her. I've got to introduce her. I've got to introduce the other members of her team. I've got to set up her goals. I've got to set up what the team's doing. And the point of adding this second character as well is to add a different perspective to the world. So that's also something else I have to do. But I don't have to do that bit in this chapter. I'm going to do that further down the line. But that's still a lot to do. I've already written a bit of it and I'm happy with it so far. So yeah, that's the plan for that. I also want to submit a comic project to a publisher. It's already in at one, but you know, spread your eggs. Apparently that's a saying now, whatever that means. Multiple eggs in different baskets. Don't have all your eggs in one basket. That's what it is. So I'm going to do that. And that's a lot to do. I only want to be out for a couple of hours because I've got a second job I'm doing tonight. So yeah, that's everything. Let's get going.
About it right now, everything's okay. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually all right. You're okay. You have more power than you might be giving yourself credit for. And if you have something that's going on in your life right now that's challenging, painful, it's just a reminder to take a little bit better care of yourself. Because you're worth it. You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
That's a lot better. Okay, so I'm back home. That was a really, really good writing session. I finished the chapter. However, on the walk home, I've realized I want to... I'm not totally happy with where it ends up because I realized I do a lot of those things I talked about earlier, but I haven't really set up her goal. I've introduced all the characters. I've introduced her, roughly hinted at what they're going to do, but I think I need to hint at a bit more of what she wants. There's a little bit where someone calls her out on something and I'm like, I can get it in there. So I know I can get in what I need to get in. I just need to add it. Something I'm also doing with this draft, which was a big lesson with the first draft, is I am not, when I finish a day's writing, I do not go back and change it, because then you're just rewriting and editing. That all those edits will happen further down the line in another draft, just so I can keep forward momentum. However, it is still today, so I'm going to make that change now and then call it. What happened also was I actually hit the end of the chapter before I hit the word count. It was only about 800 to 900 words. Now I can go back in and make a few more changes, so hopefully I get over the 1,000 mark. My goal is 1,400-ish every day. I'm even writing on the weekends as of now, so that I can hit my goal. I'm also going away twice, so I lose some time, so the weekends will help me cover for that. The big reason I'm being quite strict with this is I go away in September, and I would really like this draft done and with my reader before I'm gone, so that so it can be with the reader, so that I can disappear for 2 weeks, not think about it, and then come back and continue to make progress. I would like to be sending it out, or at least trying to get into the line of the slosh piles at places after this draft, but it totally depends how confident I'm feeling by the end of it. I'm not a big fan of the first 3 chapters. I don't know why I'm not a big fan of them. I'm just not. There's something about them not clicking with me. Some people who have read them are like, no, they're good, but for whatever reason, I'm not totally happy with them.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
I don't have time. So I'm not too sure how much this I can actually bring you along for. So I'm going to say maybe you'll see some B-roll, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll see you in a bit.
That's nasty.